Today's collectible spot, we are having a look at the Gentle Giant Ltd. Villain Zombies Collection, the Zombie Magneto mini bust. A really gory and cool looking collectible coming to us from the good folks over at Gentle Giant Ltd. The Zombie Magneto is taken from the Marvel Zombies one-shot, or not really, it didn't end up being a one-shot, they expanded it, but the original one-shot Marvel Zombies comic story. It's a beautiful looking piece, but again, very horrific looking. I certainly can't wait to get this opened up. On the top of the box, it says Zombie Magneto Marvel Gentle Giant Ltd. And we spin around the side of the box here. There's just a side profile of Magneto, and certainly don't worry, Spot will open this up and we will get a better look at the figure. On the back, Marvel Villain Zombies 1/6 scale mini bust. Also coming soon from Gentle Giant Ltd. Zombie Venom. I would love to get a Zombie Venom mini bust. Just an image on the side of Marvel Zombies Magneto. 1/6 scale mini bust. What I am going to do is take a break. I'm going to get this opened up, and when we come back, we are going to get a better look at the Gentle Giant Ltd. Villain Zombies Collection, Zombie Magneto. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. When you get the Marvel Zombies Magneto out of packaging, you get yourself a card, a little limited edition mini bust card. On the back of the card itself, Certificate of Authenticity, Gentle Giant Ltd. This Zombie Magneto, this particular mini bust, is 301 out of the 1,500 pieces that they are producing. And certainly to check out not only the Marvel Zombies Magneto that we'll be looking at, but all the other pieces that they produce, be sure to check out Gentle Giant Ltd. at www.gentlegiantltd.com. Moving this out of the way, let's have a look at this horrifying and again very, very cool Magneto mini bust. It is extremely detailed, and really, the initial images that I saw of the Magneto bust, I was impressed. But I am more impressed now that I actually have it in hand. It's a good heavy piece as well. It does have a good weight to it. But the detailing on it is just phenomenal. Let's move the camera in. Let's get a good look at his face, or what was his face. One eye is gone. The other eye perhaps has seen more things than it needed to see, but you can see all the little gashes and areas that have been just picked and chipped away. Even the little gash at the lower section of his chin. He has a tooth missing, and just really looks awesome. I also like the fact that his helmet has an aged look to it. A few scratches, a few dents, but really overall a lot of wash that's been put on the red and then the purple trim of the helmet itself. There's a little side profile, and really again there's some of those gashes and scratches that I was telling you about. When you start panning further back, none of the details, the decay details, stop really at the head. The majority of the details are captured when you start looking at the torso, and especially like things like the arm. You can see just the gashes, the rips, where the flesh just has been torn away. Especially when you start getting to the gauntlet, or where his glove would have been. A lot of those details really come through by excellent paint job that they've included in the piece. You can see the inner bone from his arm, just really all the red exposed flesh, and also the exposed flesh around the hands, around the thumb area, and certainly even on the end of the finger, which has now been worn down to its bone. The insides of his hand, once again, just the paint. Even if this piece was a black and white piece, the sculpt definitely would still show through. Again, just a beautiful piece, but the paint is really what drives this piece home. On the sides, you can see in his torso there, his rib cage exposed Again, just like little marks, little holes, little punctures in his torso. And then down below, you can see right in there, there probably would have been organs in there. There isn't anymore. You can see the lower end piece, the end section of his spinal cord. On the other side of the other hand certainly has not been spared any sort of decay either. Again, the bone showing the blood. The choice of blood that they selected for this piece really just drives home the idea that this poor Magneto has been mangled and decayed. But I mean, judging really by the coloring of it, it looks like obviously it is not fully decayed. It's still got that rich red flesh color. There's almost even a wetness to that torso piece that really conveys the idea that this probably was a recent injury where it has not dried up. The blood is very much still fresh on Magneto. The one thing I would say, though, when handling this piece is it's a very secure piece, although when you start getting around to the back section here, where his tattered cape is, a lot of the age, the tears, the rips, when you start getting to these little end pieces of the cape, certainly be careful, as these are fragile pieces. But I love how it really has gone from being a cape in this case to more like a sash. It drapes around and then it drapes over the arm to the very front. Almost as I look at this, and it looks like something like a Caesar, like the idea that this sashes itself over. And you can really capture, you can see all the creases and the folds in the cape itself, especially when you see it's wrapped around the forearm area of Magneto. The bottom of the cape also just really tattered, really dirtied up from its original pristine, again, this purplish pink color. All the choices that they used in coloring really draws and really brings out those details in the piece. On the underside, by the way, on the underside of the base, it says Gentle Giant Limited Villain Zombies Collection. Again, once again, Zombie Magneto Mini Bust. And luckily, the number coincides with the card, so if you don't have the card available, you know right away the numbered piece to the total 1,500 pieces produced. It is certainly a more horrific-looking collectible, but the Marvel Zombies property as a whole was a hugely successful storyline. And again, so much so that it spawned, I believe it spawned about 3 different individual runs. If you are certainly a fan of the Marvel Zombies, or really just a fan of zombies as a whole, this decayed version of Magneto is perfect for a shelf piece. It's not incredibly large either, so it encompasses a very small section of footing on your shelf. But it is extremely cool, to say the least. And this definitely will make it very quickly to my shelf. If you are interested in checking out the Zombie Magneto and really other pieces that are available that Gentle Giant is producing, once again, you can check out their website at www.gentlegiantltd.com, and you can have a look at some of the other pieces they are producing. And this really only makes me want to get Zombie Venom that much more. Today's collectible spot, we were having a look at the Gentle Giant Limited Villain Zombies Collection, the Zombie Magneto Mini Bust. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.